Well, someone's asleep, so you know what that means. Craft with me, Sherry B. I gotta come up with like an interesting intro or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm working on my Lex collection, which is gonna be this cute turtle collection. Which way do I put this? Okay, there we go. A little turtle. And it's gonna have different beads. And it's gonna be like a stackable collection, so it's gonna have 3 pieces. This is one that I already finished. So you see it has like the turtle with the beads, and then there's one that just has like a pattern beads, and then there's one that has words, and this one says resilient. Because I've been watching those like relaxation videos with like the ocean on YouTube, and you know, a lot of them show these like beautiful majestic sea turtles, so I've been like really loving them. So I decided to make a collection about them and how like amazing they are and how beautiful and gentle and all that jazz. So I felt inspired, and then I've got these adorable turtles, and yeah, don't mind my nails, they look like poop. All right, so I will get back to you when I get all my stuff set. All right, so these are the colors I'm using. These are a set from Bead Treasures. They come like this, but I just poured it out into smaller containers so that it's easier to store. I'm just gonna pour some out. So from this set, I'm only using the pink ones, and then from this set, I'm using all the colors. And the word for this bracelet is going to be gentle. So I will get back to you when I have it all strung out. All right, so as always, I'm using my Paxco elastic string, and always stretch it before you start so that it doesn't end up drooping later on. And I used a little beading needle. I don't know if you can even see that. They're very thin, but it just helps to pass the beads through. It's just a pain in the neck to get it open the first time, but you just put your string in and kind of slide it to the bottom, and that like catches it, and then you can just start stringing. So I'm going to string on my words first. So we have the G, G, E, N. I'll be right back. Apparently I dropped all of the letters. All right, I'm back, and what feels like no time to you has been 10 minutes of me on the floor looking for the letter G, which I still can't find. So I guess I will have to get another one. Okay, go back to my bead jar. It has all of the beads in this design, and see if I can find another letter G in the color that I need, which is like the light tan color. Oh wow, I got lucky. I found it right away. Now let's see if we can do this without dropping them again. Grab my cord. Okay, we got the G. You know when you're like nervous and you start like dropping things? I tend to do that. So I hope whoever watches this finds this entertaining. I know I'm just getting started again. I've been trying to do this for so many years, and I don't know, I haven't been able to stick to it. I've been like too scared or nervous, and then I feel like after some time, like when I first wanted to do it, YouTube was kind of just starting out, so it seemed, you know, fun and like a fun thing to do. But then it became this thing where like everything had to be so produced, and with, it felt like you couldn't get started if you didn't have like an 8K camera, an entire studio, and all these fancy lighting, and, you know, spend 3 hours of makeup beforehand, and everything's very like well edited and stuff like that. And that was very intimidating, especially because I don't have any of that, nor the money to do that at this point in time. And I don't have the time nor the energy to really put into, doing something so elaborate. And then I feel like it stayed like that for a while. And then I think COVID kind of brought YouTube back to what it was in the beginning, which was like you just sitting in front of your couch, filming a video. And I think why that happened is because everybody was home, and people were just looking for a way to connect. And so people just started turning on their cameras and just, talking. And I feel like we kind of got back to that of, being more about getting to know the person that's making the video, and, making it feel more like you're kind of just hanging out with someone, as opposed to feeling like you're watching some like professional show. So I think with that, it made me feel more like comfortable in doing this again, and also just finding something that I'm enjoying again. I feel like I kind of cycle through hobbies a lot, and I've always thought of that as such a bad thing, because I would like do one thing and then I'll get bored with it and then I'll do something else. And now I'm getting to a place where I'm trying to embrace that and just kind of go with the flow. Like, I don't have to just do one thing. I can do, different crafts. And even with this, like making bracelets, like I'm using up stuff that I've had in the closet for a long time, or stuff that I got to the point where I hadn't touched any of my like jewelry making stuff in like 3 or 4 years. And I donated all of my stuff to a local art craft store. And now I'm going back to that same art craft store and buying back the stuff that I donated. Because now I'm like, oh, I think I remember having these, and I have an idea for them now that I think would be fun to do. And, I kind of lost that for a while. So now I'm feeling like inspired, and I'm trying to use everything that I have, and, not worrying so much about not having, all the right equipment and the right software and all that editing stuff. Like, for now, this is probably not even going to get edited. It's just going to be, a chill, chatty type of thing. And then, maybe as I go along, and if that side of it interests me more, then I'll get more into it. But if not, then I'll just stick to doing it this way. This is fun and relaxing. Like, this is meant to be something relaxing and not, something stressful where I'm like trying to make it seem all professional and stuff. I'm just kind of sharing my process and doing something that I'm enjoying at the moment. And yeah, I'm almost done with this piece. I don't know if you can even see what I'm working on because I have the other bracelet in the way. But yeah, I'm just kind of stringing the beads along a few at a time, and generally I make them 7 inches. And then once I get there, I will just close it off. I'm trying to go like maybe 1/8 over, just so I give it a little bit of wiggle room for the beads. And then I still have my string attached to the roll, so I'm just going to slide this down to about, I'm leaving it probably like 3 inches on the end so that I have space to make my knots. And I do end up wasting a decent amount of string because I leave the ends kind of long, and you know what, it makes it easier for me to tie it and not have to worry about like the knots being small or me not being able to like get my hands around it to knot it properly. So I don't mind wasting a little bit. So I do like the single granny knot, and then I do 2 surgeon's knots, which is just like going over, like left over right twice and then right over left twice. And then just pull it nice and taut. And lately I've been putting like a tiny bit of clear nail polish on it. I don't know if that really makes a difference or if that's just in my head, but you know, it makes me feel good that the knot is a little bit more secure. I just use like whatever Sally Hansen one I have on hand, and then I just cut. I leave a little bit, and then I just tuck my knot into the letter G, pulling slowly so as to not pop it. And there we go. We have our little bracelet, and it says gentle, because I think sea turtles are gentle little creatures. Well, they're big, but gentle. And these pieces and all the other pieces that I've made and I'm continuing to make will be available on my Etsy store, Sherry B Crafts. You can Google it. I'm on Instagram as well. And oh wait, no, on Etsy is Sherry B Crafts NYC. On Instagram and Facebook is just Sherry B Crafts, and here as well. Like and comment and give me any suggestions or advice, or yeah, just say hi. Thanks for watching. Bye.